what's going on, guys? It's Tim Wocker. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm just out here today in the wilderness on a little hike with Stella. There's Stella back there. Just wanted to do a quick video on how to make a 100% all natural reed pipe. So to do that, we're just gonna go down to the waterfront so we can get some of the appropriate pieces of nature that we're gonna need. And I guess we're just gonna take it slow. I've never done this before, so we're just gonna work it out together and see if we can come up with something relatively cool. So I guess I'll see you guys down by the lake. All right, guys, so you'll notice that the vegetation has more or less changed into these really thin sort of reed style branches. Those are all hollow inside, so we're gonna find a nice one of those and use that for the base of the chillum. Now, I do believe that red is more alive than the pale husky ones, and these ones are a lot softer. So I'm gonna find a nice thick one of these. Something about the size of like a quarter or a toonie, just like that one there. That'll probably be perfect. All right, so we've got this nice thick tube here to start with. And I think what I'm gonna do is, you can see there how right at the knuckle, there's sort of like a blocker in between chambers. I'm gonna use this one right here, about 3/4 of the way up, I think. And that's gonna be my built-in screen, so I don't get a whole bunch of shit flying back in my mouth. So I guess we'll just start by cutting this down a little bit. Depending on what you're using, you might have to be really careful here. This stuff does tend to splinter, and since that's gonna be a bit of a problem there, what I just did. So hopefully it'll still work. I can just push that in. Oh, there, I'm fucking it up even worse. That's okay. All right, and then one more cut up here. And that's actually looking pretty good. So you can try to skim those off, just so that they don't burn when you throw the lighter to it, but I think we're gonna be okay if it's a little bit rough up on the edge there. Because everything's been sitting in snow, I don't think it's gonna light on fire too easily. It should be pretty wet and hard to light on fire. Stella, come here. Good girl. So this shit is actually fairly hard to work with. If you have something better, I suggest using that, but I'm just gonna poke a little hole right down through there. So just got like a really teeny tiny hole going on right there, if you can see that. But essentially, there you have it. That's really what a chillum is. I guess let's just see how she works. You know what, I'm thinking maybe I should cut that bowl down a little bit, just so I'm not torching the wood too hard right from the get-go. I'm just gonna cut it down pretty close to the knuckle there. I'm just trying really hard not to cut my fingers off here. You're gonna want to do the same. That's perfect. Now you can get a better look. Now you can get a better look down in that hole also. Hopefully this lighting's not horrible and we get something we can use here. So I guess let's just load this thing up and see how she works. All right, cheers guys. Here's the all natural reed pipe, take one, I guess. Yeah, this is why I wanted a second pair of hands today. If you guys know how a real chillum works, you know that you normally need 2 people to work it. This one's pretty thick, so I'm hoping I'm not gonna have too much trouble getting it working here, but here we go anyways. It's not bad. It tastes a little woodsy, and I'm obviously not getting that fat hits off of it, because like I said, you kind of need 2 people to get the right suction going on the toke hole, but we can try that again. Let's go. yeah, not really working too great. I think I'm just gonna out this bowl and try out another idea. See how that one goes. All right, so this time we're gonna do pretty much the same thing, but instead of making a chillum, we're gonna try to make like a old man kind of Sherlock style pipe. Stella, leave it. Stella, leave it. Good girl. So we're gonna start off with a piece about the same thickness, but we're only gonna need about 1.5 inches to maybe 3 inches worth. We're only gonna need a little bit of the stick. So that's not breaking. All right, so this time we're gonna try a Sherlock style pipe, and we're gonna use a really skinny reed for the toke hole, and just about 1 inch worth of the thicker reed right above the knuckle. And we're gonna make sure that we leave that all sealed up and closed. So that'll be the bottom of the bowl, I'm hoping. So we got just a little bowl going on right there. We can touch that up later on, make sure it's not so frilly. I think the smaller piece here might burn a little easier than the thick one we used at the start. So I'll just be careful and mindful of that. And then we're just gonna poke a little hole right about there. Right about in the center. Just a little hole. You want it to be a bit smaller than the reed that you're gonna use for the toke hole. And then we're just gonna grab a section of this. And then the important move is gonna be cutting that on an angle so that the weed chunks don't fly right down it when you're pulling. Sort of like that. And then basically you're just gonna stick that right in the hole. And it should be a fairly tight fit so that you get a good seal. Obviously these younger, skinnier reed bits are a lot more flexible, so you might be able to jam it in there and get a nicer seal than with a thicker one. And there you have it. I'm thinking that's gonna work. Let's give it a shot. All right, guys, so here we go on the old man style reed pipe. It looks really cool, I think, and I think it's gonna work out pretty well, so let's just give it a shot. That works marvelously. I can taste the reed a little bit, but for a one-time use pipe, fucking great. Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit of ember forming on the bowl itself. I'm guessing, I think what you can do is actually soak that in water just so that it doesn't burn as fast. Maybe we could try that out next time. Feel like a hobbit. I'm for sure gonna get Knotlocks or somebody out here to help me make a nice big one of these, and we'll have a nice nature session and just chat. But anyways, I think this worked out pretty well. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, send it to a friend, eat your vegetables, all that good shit. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Roll it up, line it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale.